So, hi guys, good evening, all of you. Am I audible? Okay, right. So, guys, in the last session, we've taken out some information about how to install and after installation, what it was happen internally. So, these two things we discussed in the last class. Okay, now, so okay, now. So after installation, internally we said there are two components are automatically installed along with your software. One is client component and the server component. Okay, now so these are the two components are there. And in this components, what is the responsibility of client component we discussed? The responsibility of client components are here. With the help of these components, we can do the three things we can do here. One is we called a user should connect to Oracle server. Suppose if I want to connect my Oracle server, so definitely the user must be required one client tool. And without client tools, we cannot connect it to your Oracle server. That is one thing. Second one is called as what we said, the user can send requests to Oracle server. Your request is nothing but what now? Queries. So your request is nothing but what now? Queries. Okay, that's one thing. And after sending your request in the form of query to Oracle server, okay, so Oracle server will take that request, and after that it will be go to processing here. After processing your request, then it will send some response to you, and the response you will be get along with the client component only. Okay, so now here come to what kind of the client components are there. Okay, so these are the some client components when you want to install your Oracle software. So there are three kind of softwares we have here: SQL Plus, SQL Developer, and Toad. In this, any client component you can use it, no problem. Okay, no, right. And come to your server component. What is the server component here? The server component, it again two more subcomponents are there here. Okay, it again two more subcomponents, and those are instance and databases. Here, instance is nothing but what we said here, temporary memory, and this subcomponent memory is allocating by the system from your RAM location. So that's why it is called as a temporary memory. And in this, whatever the data can be stored, it was a temporary storage. So it's not permanent storage, it's the temporary storage. Okay, now, right. So the next one is called as a database. It is a permanent memory, and why it is called as permanent memory means this memory is allocating by system from your hard disk. Okay, from your hard disk, it was allocated. So, and whatever the data we are storing in this memory, this is called as what now? Permanent storage we called. Okay, it is called as what now? Permanent storage we called. Okay, now? Right. So these are the two things, and later we discuss how this client and server components are going to be work and interacting. Okay, now in your application means. So these are the some diagram I was explained to you in the last session. Okay, so this is the one diagram here. So so what we said now, when user has to connect to your Oracle server, the connectivity is not directly possible. First thing, the connectivity is not directly possible. Okay, now so now okay, so that's why what we want to do here, instead of connecting to server directly, it was not allocated. But instead of that, okay, we are going to be allocating here one client tool we need to use here. And this is our client tools. So any one client tool you can use. And through this client tool, first step you need to connect to your Oracle server. That what we called as here connectivity. After successfully you connected now, the second one is sending request to server. The request will take by server and processing. And after processing, it will be sending response to your client application. Okay. So what I said, suppose 1 comma a, if I inserted this 1 comma a, it will be saved under, okay, this 1 comma a, it will be saved under first instance memory only, it will be saved. So first instance memory only, it will be saved. Okay, now then after this is temporary storage. This temporary storage of data you need to move into database memory. So there we required to use one of the command is called as a commit command. But what is commit command? We will discuss in a coming soon, coming classes. I will explain to you what is what. Okay. So this is what commit statement you have to do. Then this data will be transferred into database memory. So once your data will be transferred into database memory, then this is called as what now? Permanent storage we called. This is called as what now? Permanent storage we called. Okay, right. So now this is how it will be. Means that okay, how it will be means that let me come out and see. Suppose can you see this? This is my SQL plus. So this is our SQL plus tool. Okay, this is my SQL plus tool. So the tool I'm going to using now. Okay, just normally I'm just showing here. Okay, now you can just click on that. Once you click on here, so immediately it was asking to us, enter your username. Okay, now entered your username. So what is our default user I said? Anybody remember? What is our default username? Yes, very good. So our default username is what now? System. Okay, default username is what now? System. And what is the password we given at the time of installation? So what is the password we given at the time of installation? Yeah, my password is what now? Tiger. So I just entered Tiger, but here Tiger is not going to be showing here. It was in okay disappear manner. So because of reason security levels, okay, it doesn't show you. Okay, but you will be successfully connected now. So that is my username system. System is called as a default user. System is called as a default user, and this user password is called as a Tiger, but Tiger is not visible to you for the security reasons. It will be disappear. Okay. So now we entered and we typed your password now. After that, it will be see it was showing connected to. So what I'm going to connected to Oracle database 19C Enterprise Edition. 19C Enterprise Edition. Okay, now? Right. For example, just observe what I said in the last session. When you come back to your diagram, whatever the user is sending the query request to your database server, the request will be saved under temporary storage memory. Okay. So the data will never directly save under databases. Okay. Every newly inserted data, every newly inserted data, first it will be saved under instance memory only. First it will be saved into instance memory only. Okay, na? So that's why what it was happening here. See, I'm going to create one sample table. So, but how to create it? These all queries I will discuss in my SQL language classes. Okay, but here simply I'm showing now serial number and name varchar2. So, sir, here what is varchar2? This all I will discuss with you in SQL classes. But here just concept wise, I'm showing now. So, just observe. So, table successfully created. After created table, what I'm saying here, if you want to input some data. So, now I'm going to input some data into test1 table. Okay, test1 table. If I input some data, okay, then what it was happening, you can see. So, the request is send it. So the request is send it. Okay. So that means here three steps I said to you. What are the three steps here? Okay. First, user has to connect. This is the first step. So we are connected. We are connected successfully with user ID and password. This is step number one. Okay. Then after, the second one is a user can send requests to server. So you have two requests. Okay. One is a create table request. You are sending table successfully created. And next request is what now? Insert data. So insert data, one more request. I'm sending to this table. Okay. Then after that, what we are getting, user will get response from the Oracle server. The response is nothing but this is one row is created, table is created. This is called a response. So the first step is connectivity step. This is step number one. This is step number one. The step number one is called as what now? Connectivity step. Next one we called as here sending request. So this is sending request. The sending request is called as a sending request. Step number two, sending request. Step number two, and response. So this is table created and one row is affected. These are called as a responses from your Oracle server. Responses from your Oracle server. Step number three. Step number three. Okay, now. So these are the three steps here. So we taken out. Okay, fine. Now what I'm saying here. So now data is inserted, but what we said, data is inserted, but what we said, this data is not directly saved into database memory. This data not directly save into database memory. Okay, now? So this data will save into instance memory. So now we will see, now it will be showing your information what you inserted. Okay, that's fine. But whatever the data it will be showing and available here, this is not a permanent storage. This is not a permanent storage. Yes or no? This is not a permanent storage. So let me see. Without commit, without commit, because I said to you, when data will be come here, okay, how the data transferred to your database here? Once you need to do commitment. Once you need to do commitment. If you do commitment, then only data transferred. Data transferred into your database. Yes or no? So that's why here, but here, what I did here, I'm not committed. I inserted data, but after inserted, I didn't use any commitment now. I didn't use any commitment now. So by that reason, what you understand here, so data is not committed. Your request is not committed. Your request is not committed. It means what now? So your data temporarily storage. Understand or not? Okay. Your data's temporarily storage. Okay, now? Right. So the temporary storage of data, the temporary storage of data, you are observed. Once I just go to disconnect my server, so that means without commitment, I'm just close this application now. I just close this application now. So I just close it. I just close it. After closing this, again, you can come back to your SQL Plus editor. This is called a client tool. So as usual, you just connect with your user ID and password. So my user ID is what now? System. What is my password? Tiger. So I just connected. But after connected, whenever you want to call your table, select a star from the table name test one. If I call it, can you tell me guys here, the data is available or not? The data is available or not? Now you can see what it was happen. What it was happen, you can see. So now data is not available. Okay, now? So why, sir, it is not available? Yeah, because of reason, whatever the data we inserted into table, that was just a temporary storage. That means your information where it will be, it means that your information under instance memory. Okay, now? not at the database memory. It was having an instance memory. Instance memory we called as what now? Temporary storage of memory. Temporary storage of memory. Yes or no? So that's why we can't. So then what we can do now? Now we can do same as usual. I'm sending again my insert query request into test one table. Okay, 101. The name is Alan. Okay, I send it. After sending what I said, it was going to instance, but instance to database, if I need to transfer, then you have to use what now? Commit. So I committed. After committed, can you tell me now this data where it is? Is it in instance memory or your database memory? Come on, guys. Where it is your data now? In instance or database? Yes, it was in a database. It was in a database. Okay, na? It was in database memory. Fine. Now let me see. After committed, so I said your data successfully transferred into database. Your data successfully transferred into database. And now as usual, I'm going to close this application now. As usual, I'm closing this application now. So I just close it. After closing this application, again you have to go your SQL plus editor or else client tool. And with this client tool, you just connect with your database now. I connected. After connected, you just call it. After connected, just you call it. Okay. Select a star from test one. Select a star from test one. So now tell me, now data is available now. Data is available now. Yes, it is available now. See, data is available now. Okay, now. So this is what instance and hard disk memories are internally work and how it was managed by your database servers. Okay. But now what is commit, what is rollback, these are all are comes under in our SQL language, some DDL language, DML language, DQL, TCL, DCL. So these language commands, when we discuss, at the time you can understand that internally what it was happening, why we need to commit. Okay, so these all in depthly we will discuss in our SQL language classes. Okay, now right. SQL language classes. We can go to save that. Okay, now right. And now okay, this is what it was a instance and a database, and this is the architecture how it was working. So now understand now instance is just a temporary. Whatever you stored here, that was temporary storage only. Database is called as a permanent. Okay, na? So whatever you stored in database, that was lifelong storages. Lifelong storages. Okay, fine. And the next one, careful observe. Okay, sir. The continuation. Okay. So finally, what you want to say? Finally, what you want to say? If you want to work on database, if you want to work on database, okay, there are two kind of things we require. First one, we need to connect. Second one, we need to communication, because connectivity, after connectivity, then we can go to next one is what now? Communication to database. These are the two important things before you want to work on any database in real world. Okay. So that means what I am saying here, when we want to work on Oracle database, Oracle database, Oracle database, then then we need then we need to follow the following two steps, the following two steps procedure, the following two steps procedures. Okay. Step number one, connect. Okay. Step number two, communicate. Step number two, communicate. Okay. So finally, after installation, okay, after installation, internal process of installation, then finally all are going to be set. All are going to be set. Now I need to work on Oracle database. Now I'm ready to work on Oracle database. But whenever user want to work on Oracle database, so there are two steps mechanisms we need to follow. First one we called as a connection or connectivity is a one mechanism. First we have to do, then later communications. Okay, na? So these are the two steps. How it will be means. So for example, let me come out in general example I'm telling now in real life. Okay, for example, there are two friends are there. Okay, for example, you and your friend is there. You both people working in different locations. So as per your works, you are working in Hyderabad, your friend is working in Mumbai location, for example. So now tell me, if you want to communicate to your friend or you want to talk to your friend, okay. So now tell me guys, nowadays, how you can communicate to your friends? Yes. How we are communicating to our friends? Yeah, by calling mobiles. So by using mobiles, okay, through that mobiles, we are calling to our friend and later we are going to be talking. So that means here mobile is nothing but what now? One device. One device. So when I'm using that one mobile device, with the help of this mobile device, okay, first I'm going to calling to my friend. Okay, for example, just imagine. So now you and your friend both are having mobiles, both are having all the things are it's there. So now you are going to be calling to your friend number. Okay. So now you are typing your friend number and calling. But what it was happening here when the call is going on or it will be going to your friend. So just imagine at first ring or at first attempt, your friend is not lift the call. Your friend is not lift the call. So now tell me guys, if my friend is not lift my call is connected or not connected? Come on. My call is connected or not connected? Not connected. So call is not connected. Okay. Then next time, second time, you are going to be calling again. You are calling again. In the second attempt, your friend is lift the call. Your friend is lift the call. Then tell me, whenever your friend lift the call, then on your mobile screen, one thing you did, you identified one thing on your mobile screen. What is a mobile screen here? On mobile screen, we are getting connected. Connected. One message we are getting. One message is connected. Okay, one message you are seeing that what now? Connected on your mobile screen. So connected, it means that what now? The connectivities are successfully established. The connection is successfully established. Okay, fine. So your connection successfully established. Okay. Now, what is my next step here? Next, I want to talk to my friend. Next, I want to communicate to my friend. Okay. And now tell me, guys, if I want to communicate to my friend, okay, what we required? How I'm going to communicate? With the help of mobile, I connected. That's okay. But now, after connected is over, after connected, now I want to talk to my friend. If I want to talk, now I'm talking to you. How I'm talking to you? Come on, guys. How I'm talking to you? Mobile is okay. Mobile through connected. After connected, I need to talk. Talk means what I required, what I'm using. Notes, no. One more. Now I'm talking. Ah, very good, very good. Someone started. Okay, who is that here? Vinith. Vinith said we required a language, communication purpose. When you want to communicate to your friend, we require what now? Language. Okay, na? Right. So, first one is what now? Mobile. Mobile is a device. Mobile is a device. Mobile is a tool through which I can connect to my friend number. Through which I can connect to my friend number. Okay. Next one is what now? Language. Communication purpose. If any two objects, when they want to talk to each other, then they require what now? Language is required. Okay, now? So first connecting and later we require what now? Language. So these are the most important two steps here. So when these two steps successfully you have to do, then your final output will be come to you. That final output means the communication successfully going on. Okay, now same as. Now how I'm saying the two friends are talking to each other by nowadays mobile and using some languages, same as in database also. In database also. Now careful observe. Now we are the users. Now we are the users. Okay. So user communicating to database server. User communicating to database server. So first what I want to do, I need to first step, I want to establish connection. First step, I want to establish connection. Okay, now? So this is connection is established here. For the connection establishment purpose, we require one device, one tool. The device and tool is called SQL plus. After that, second step is what now? The user now ready to start communication with my database. Communication with my database. Then what we required, I said a language. That language is called as what now? SQL. Okay. So that means when a programmer want to work on Oracle database server, you required one client tool for connectivity purpose. You required one language for communication purpose. So your my client tool is what now? SQL plus, SQL developer, Thord, anyone you can use. These are comes under client tools. Okay. The next one is what I said, language. The one and only one language for any database to communication. Okay. One and only one language. Okay. For any database communication, that language is called as what now? SQL. Understand now? SQL. So these are the two things must be the programmer should require. Then only your communication will be started here. Okay, now? So that means what I'm saying here in this step one, connect. So now I'm writing here. So when we want to connect to Oracle database server, then Then we required, then we required, then we required a client tool. A client tool is called as SQL plus or else SQL developers or else Thor. Okay, any one client tool you can use. So when we want to connect to Oracle database server, then we require a client tool is called as SQL plus. Okay, this is one thing. This is one thing. Next, step number two, that is called as a communication. So the communication or communicate, what it will serve means when we want to communicate with database, with database, then we need a database language. Then we need a database language. Okay, is called as SQL. Is called as SQL. Okay, now. So by seeing of this, can you tell me guys here? Now SQL plus whatever we are using here, SQL. Now tell me, both are same or different? Come on, guys. Both are same or different? Yes, both are not a same. So that's why so many people are asking, sir, can you tell me the differences between SQL and SQL plus? Okay, so many people are asking. So now I think you all of you get it now some idea. So all of you get it now some idea. Okay now? What is that? If anybody asks you, what is the differences between SQL plus versus SQL? What is the differences between SQL plus versus SQL? If anybody asks you, okay, there are few steps you always remember. There are few steps is always remember. What is my few steps here? What is my few steps here? First one. So what we called here SQL plus, that is called it is a database tool, okay, which was introduced by Oracle Corporation. Okay, na? It is a one of the database tool which was introduced by Oracle Corporation people. Okay. Now, next one we called as here SQL. It is a database language. It is a database language. Okay. Language which was introduced by which was introduced by anybody expected? Anybody expected here? Who was introduced SQL? Come on, guys. Any guessing? Any guessing who was introduced by SQL language? Yeah. So somebody is guessing now. Who is this here? IBM. Who is this here? IBM. Okay, now this is what. Second step. SQL plus is used. It is used to connect to Oracle server, Oracle database server. This is the purpose. This is the purpose. And now, second one, it is used to connect, communicate. So, communicate with the database. Communicate with the database. Next, third point. SQL Plus, it will act as a, or it will act as an editor. It will act as an editor. Okay. So I think you all of you know now, every language, okay, code, or every language, whenever you want to write a language or programming code, there is some editors are there. There is some editors are there. What is the editor? Suppose if you want to write your C program, if you want to write your C programs, what is the editor of C? What is editor of C program? Where you want to write C programs, what is your editor? Come on, guys. Yeah, very good. Vinith. Turbo C. Turbo C is your editor for C language. Same as C++. What is the editor tool of C++? Yes, Turbo C++. Turbo C++. Okay. Now, same as what are the editors for Java? What are the editors for Java? What is editor for Java? Yes, Eclipse, my Eclipse, Eclipse, my Eclipse. Yes or no? And NetBeans. Okay, na? So Notepad. These are all are I'm using as an editor. These all are I'm using as an editor. So same as if .NET student is there. What is the editor for .NET? What is the editor for .NET? Yeah, .NET, okay. Visual Studio .NET. Visual Studio .NET is that. So that means what you understand, guys, here, every programming language code or syntax, if you want to write here, we need some editors. We need some editors. Okay, na? And in that, C, Turbo C, C++, Turbo C++, Java, Eclipse, comma, My Eclipse, NetBeans, okay, Notepad, etc. In .NET, Visual Studio .NET, etc. So how we are calling like that? Okay, same as if you want to write your SQL language queries, PLSQL programs, if you want to write, okay, compile and execute. So there is also we have some editors. So what is our editor here? SQL Plus. SQL Plus will act as an editor, will act as an editor, okay, editor for what purpose here? For what purpose here? For writing, for writing, okay, and executing SQL and PLSQL queries, okay, queries and programs, queries and programs. Okay, now the point is clear now. Okay, so that means what I am saying here. So this is what we called as here SQL Plus will act as an editor for writing and executing of SQL and PLSQL queries or programs. Okay, now this will be using like that. Whereas come to in SQL, in SQL, what it was saying here, okay, SQL language, that means this language is having the the following the following sub languages okay, those are DDL comma DML comma DQL or DRL comma TCL comma DCL. Okay, na sub languages having the following sub languages are are perform used to perform operations operations over over database okay na. So these are the differences of SQL plus and SQL. Okay, this point should be remember all of you. Okay, so that means finally when you want to work with finally when you want to work with Oracle databases, we must and should have a good knowledge of SQL plus editor. Okay, how to connect, how to write. Okay, this kind of knowledge about SQL plus, and we have a good knowledge of your SQL. Good knowledge of your SQL. So these are the two things. When you have a strong knowledge in these two levels, then you will be easily understand Oracle databases. Okay, now you can easily understand Oracle database. Otherwise, there is a lot of confusions are there. Okay, and doubts and confusion. Okay, complex like okay. And these two things I will go to very clearly. I will explain to you SQL plus what is what and SQL also. Okay, now these two we are going to be discussing. So now finally, when come back to here, so what I'm saying, when we want to work on Oracle database, then we need to follow the following two steps procedure. The following two steps procedure. What is that? Connectivity first, then after communication. Without connectivity, you cannot communicate. Without connectivity, you cannot communicate. Got it my point now? So connectivity level, we required one tool. Any one tool you can use as your wish. As your wish, you can use any one tool. Communication level, only one language. And here one more thing, sir, communication purpose, do you have any other language here? Communication purpose, do you have any other language here? So that means not at all. No. All databases, we are communicating with only SQL language. And SQL is the only one and only one language. SQL is only one and only one language which can communicating with any database. Understand now? So these are the two things you required now. Okay, fine. Then after, let me see the step number one. I will show you how to connecting to your Oracle. So now the step number one. So step number one, what we can say, how to connect to Oracle database server. Okay, now this is my first step. I'm going to showing now. So what do you want to do, sir? So just come out. After installation, after installation, okay, you just go to all programs. You just go to all programs. In all programs, okay, one of the just come down like this, and there is a one special folder is there that is called Oracle DB 19 Ohm 1. Oracle DB 19 Ohm 1. So this folder you will be get it. Oracle dash Ora DB 19 Ohm 1. So this is going to be expand now. This is going to be expand now. After expanded, you will get your icon that's called a SQL plus icon. Okay, now. So once you click on this icon, then your server will be open like this. Okay, your server will be open like this. And after that, immediately asking your username. Immediately asking your username. Yes or no? So that username you have to give it. Simply that username you have to give it. What is my username here? System. What is my username here? System. And asking password. What is your password? Tiger. So now you successfully connected your enterprise edition. Okay, na? So this is the way how you want to connect server, how you want to connect first attempt. Whenever you are a learner, so definitely you have to go like this only. There is no other chance to you. Okay, na? If you are a learner, you should go like this only. There is no other chance to you. Okay, this is the first step. How to connecting to my database servers. How to connecting to my database servers. Okay, so now, so these steps I'm just going to follow now, one by one. So just observe now here. So first, what I'm saying here, go to all programs. Go to all programs. Then after, okay, then after, okay, go to open, Oracle dash, Ora, Ora DB 19, Home 1, Ora DB 19, Home 1. Okay, then after, you just go to click on SQL plus icon. Then after, immediately once click on that, so I can say your icon. Okay, right. Then after it, what it was asking to me, it was immediately asking to us, enter username. System is called as a default user. System is called as a default username. And next one is called as what now? It was asking to us, enter password. And can you remember this password where you created? You remember here? Okay, at the time of Oracle software installation. Oracle software installation, you, okay, so you was installation. At the time of installation, which password are you given here? That password should be give it. Okay, na? So, and here remember one more thing, username is not a case sensitive. Username is not a case sensitive, but password is a case sensitive, guys. But password is a case sensitive. Okay, na? This is compulsory. If it is a capitals, use capital. If it is a small, use a small. If it is a combination of capital and small, and use capital and small. Okay, because password is case sensitive. Username is not a case sensitive. Okay, na? Now, after that, you will get a message from the server connected. Okay, so here I will give some note points also for your easy to understanding what I am saying here. The note, okay, username is not a case sensitive, is not a case sensitive, whereas password is a case sensitive. whereas a password is called as a case sensitive. Case sensitive means uppercase, lowercase, yes or no? Is not a case sensitive, whereas password is a case sensitive. This point should be remember all of you. Okay, right. So this is the first step, guys. Here, how we need to connecting Oracle database server. Okay, so that I already show you. So once again, I repeated this. So go to all programs. Okay, go to all programs and go to your folder Oracle dash Ora DB19 home one. This folder, just open it or expand it, and now you will be get a SQL plus icon. Click on that. Okay, you will get it. Okay, the command prompt window. On this command prompt window, you have to enter your system is my username, and suppose you want to see the password, you can slash and give a password like this. Then the password will be visible. Otherwise, it is not visible. Okay. Now you connected now. Otherwise, you connected now. Okay. Now, but suppose in case if I'm going to give capitals, see, SYS system is a capital, but password is also I'm giving capital. But problem is what now? My password is always a small case characters. But if I'm giving capitals, it is not connected and showing error. Showing error. What it was say here? Invalid username or password. Because of reason, tiger is a capital, but tiger capital is not allowed. Only smaller cases allowed. But I was entered here, okay, capitals now. Capitals now. So that's why it was saying invalid. Okay, na? Right. So that's why don't give it that. But see, when my username is a capital, but password is a small case characters. Okay. What it was happen, you can see connected. What it was happen, you can see connected. So that means your username either capital, okay, or small. Your username either capital or small, nothing problem. But password must be small only. Password must be small only. Okay, na? So that's the point I was given to you. That's the point I given to you. What is the point? Username is not a case sensitive, whereas password is a case sensitive. Okay, na? Are you clear this point? Yes. Yeah, of course. This is what connectivity level. But when you connecting this Oracle, what it was happened, sometimes we are getting some connectivity problems. Sometimes we are getting connectivity problems like TNS protocol adapter error problems or unable to connecting Oracle server. Yes or no? So these kind of problems are we are facing. Okay. So then how we can go to overcome that connectivity problems, how to change password, how to recover password if you forgot it. Okay, this all kind of things we will see on Monday session. Okay, these all kind of practical things I will explain to you. How to create your own user ID and passwords. How to forgot it your password again recovery. Okay, so this all kind how to change my passwords. These all the things we will discuss on Monday session. Okay, now so Monday I will give it okay the user creations, user what we called ID password creations, password changing method. Okay, if you forgot your password, how to recover that. If you forgot it, your username, how I can see it. So these all are practically I will show you on Monday session. Okay, now, right, guys. So Monday we will see that kind of operations. Okay, after connectivity level, what it was happening. Then after I started my communication classes. From there onwards, your practicals are started. From here onwards, your practicals are started. Okay, now, right, guys. Okay. So yeah, I'm also waiting for that Google Classroom, but still our people was giving some name. Okay, some videos also they responded to you. Once you can check it out, your the last 10 days videos, the last 10 days videos they already kept to you. The last 10 days videos already they kept to you. So again, I'm also keeping this videos. So once you just check it out, if anybody wanted recording videos, so these are the last 10 videos I kept. All of you open your chat box and see the last 10 classes recording videos I kept to you. So once you can watch it. Okay, na? Yes. And yes, of course, and offline classes will be coming soon, guys. Here, the management people will inform to you when it was offline. Okay, now, so they will be as soon as possible. They will be informed to you when it was okay, right? And installation video, link systems, everything in the Google Classroom, everything in the Google Classroom. So Google Classroom, we are expected on Monday. Okay, once your registrations and everything will be formalities are completed, so Naresh IT people will create a Google Class. Okay, na? So once they will give it me, then only possible is all I can go to upload. Otherwise, not possible. Okay. So up to you have to wait. There is no other chance for us. So we are all are going to be waiting. Okay, na? We are all are going to be waiting. This entire notes also I'm going to upload into Google Class only, guys. Okay, na? Whatever we taken out. But don't worry about that. Okay, don't worry about that. Each and everything I will provide to you. Each and everything, material, questions, interview questions, everything I will go to prepare to you and I will give it. So don't worry about it. You just focus on your training part. Focus on your training part. That's it. Okay, now? Right. Yeah, Monday maybe we are expecting new Zoom ID also come to us. So my Monday link also will be changed. If it is changed, our online people will go to give that information your admin. Your admin is there, Surendra. So Surendra will give to you. Okay, na? So already his number is there now. You just save that number, admin number, and for any other contacts, you just contact with them. Okay. Any non-technical things are there, you just contact your admin, Mr. Surendra. He will take care of you. Okay. Right. The number also there, 799 799 8954. Okay. Now maybe Monday your Zoom ID also change. So finish your formalities, whatever it was. Okay. Right, guys. Okay, guys. So then I will meet on Monday. Okay. Right. So I stop it now today class and we'll continue on Monday session. Right, guys. Thank you.